Episode 95. Komori Moriko is at an impasse. Alfrenode's new gang, the Crystal Braves, has been making a lot of territory their own, not just here in the Rising Stones and Revenant's Toll, but all across Eorzea, dotting every part of the landscape and every city-state. Komori's own gang, the Little Adventurers Squadron, nestled within the Maelstrom in Nimsa, is limited to only 8 people, and she hasn't even filled out all the seats there. What is she going to do when the inevitable gang wars come? 8 versus all of these Crystal Braves doesn't seem like a good idea. The answer lies with alchemy. I think after adventuring around in the Crystal Tower, Komori thought, hey, that whole cloning thing sounds like a good idea. And of course, cloning is adjacent to creating homunculi, if not the same thing, isn't it? This episode is going to be more crafting, specifically the crafting quests for the alchemy line, or quest line. I'm already level 50, so I can finish out everything here. And hopefully by the end of it, maybe Komori will unlock the secrets of the Philosopher's Stone, create homunculi, and pad out the ranks of her own gang. We're not going to lie on our backs and accept defeat. Not to Alfenode of all people. Where we last left off with Severian, our guildmaster, I guess the level 30 quest was kind of the end of our apprenticeship with him. At least at that point, he said we were no longer going to take on minor tasks from him or something like that. Although the description for this quest seems to be a minor task, I think it's going to be a little bit more involved with his own research, which Komori is hoping is homunculi. Actually, I have no idea what this questline is. I'm pretty sure it's not homunculi, but pretty sure something about the Philosopher's Stone will go on here, because it was mentioned earlier on, and that didn't seem like something that they would just mention without any reason. Unless the Philosopher's Stone is something that actually comes up in a different questline, I don't know. Eagerly have I awaited your return, my able assistant. Does your chest not ache with the intake of every excited breath? Do you not tremble in joyous anticipation as your hand reaches forth, seeking to nudge open the door into the realm of alchemy's most sought-after secrets? You do? Oh, try to ignore that feeling for now. Before we can fully commit ourselves to our research, there remain a few irksome details that must first be addressed. As ever, I speak of these unending orders from the guild. Brew this potion, concoct that elixir. Ugh. Surely you grow as weary as I of these constant demands of our precious time. We must be allowed to concentrate. I have an idea to end these nibbling distractions, and it involves you. March over to Dietrich's desk and petition for a complete cessation of these interruptions. I'd handle it myself, but I fear the man's become unheedful of my words. Yeah, we want to get into the real alchemy stuff. Homunculi, Philosopher's Stone, that kind of thing. Witchcraft. Witchcraft is not alchemy, but Komori thinks it is. Severain demands to be spared from any further official guild duties. I am a simple receptionist. How can I possibly deflect the expectations of our senior members? His obsessive research is wearing thin the patience of both colleagues and clients alike. I fear if we do not restore at least a modicum of goodwill, his attempts to redirect tasks will be met with the staunchest of opposition. I doubt our guildmaster realizes the precarious state he finds himself in. It is only his substantial skill in alchemy that convinces others to tolerate his growing eccentricity. That said, many would gladly trade that skill if it would return him to his former, somewhat less manic self. Nay, 'twas not always like this. But ever since the calamity robbed him of his one true love, I have witnessed him transform into this feverish madman, desperately racing to experiment after experiment. I delve into areas best left unexplored. We should return to the topic at hand. Of the various orders the guild needs met, the one of highest priority is a request for a vial of high ether, commissioned by one of our more valued patrons. I would suggest you lend your focus to this particular assignment, and create an uncommonly potent sample for delivery. Perhaps then, it would be enough to satisfy the patron, and allow enough forbearance to free the guildmaster of other tasks. I hesitate to encourage this kind of behavior, of course, but I realize that what Master Severian's work means to him, and I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on him. I fear for his well-being, and you're the closest thing he has to a friend. Alright, maybe not exactly homunculi, but it does seem like we're dealing with something like necromancy. I think there was maybe some mention of Severian's motivations earlier on. This sounds kind of familiar. Well, did you browbeat that Dietrich fellow into submission? Ah, a conditional surrender. I suppose a single vial of high ether is a small price to pay. But let it not be said that my assistant fails to deliver. You'll need to employ advanced, and somewhat involved, alchemical techniques to produce the elevated quality of high ether required. Best you begin at once. This will be no problem for Komori. After all, she did a lot of training with the Ixal. Of course, that's an entirely different branch of crafting for airships, I guess, but what even is this? It would be 35, right? High ether. Distilled water, matron's mistletoe, mandrake. Most stuff that we can probably not get here. Give me some muddy water. I'll just craft that. And the other thing we needed was matron's mistletoe and mandrake. Not even going to check the supplier, pretty sure they're not selling. Again, that was matron's mistletoe and mandrake. Don't forget Komori. Most people write down their shopping on a little list before they go. I guess Komori doesn't. No forethought. Foresight. We need the matron's kind. Alright, it's cheap. And I already forgot. By which I mean Komori forgot. I was just checking the list as a little bit of RP. Wow, super cheap. If they're that cheap, maybe you can actually get them from the store, or something. No problem. For Komori... Moriko. Alright. I was hoping to get that done quickly by using the risky thing. Whatever this thing is called. This rapid synthesis. It says a success rate of 50, but it feels like it's way less than that. How does your work progress? Have you succeeded in concocting that remarkably efficacious high ether? Yes. Rejoice, my impressively adept assistant, for you have forged the key to our freedom. Who could not be moved by such a masterful example of mana-restoring splendor? Mayhap your post-assistant career lies in the manufacture of this wonderful substance. You would, I suspect, need to purchase coffers that they might overflow with coin. Even among alchemy's more incredible inventions, the manufacture of ether stands out as a singularly profitable venture. It is an innovation that changed the face of battle. Mages were no longer limited by their natural reserves of etheric energy. A few swallows of alchemical brilliance, and a sorcerer could fuel another barrage of spells. It cannot, of course, sustain their powers indefinitely. As we have already discussed, any potion taken in excess becomes the equivalent of poison. Oh dear, was I lecturing again? It is difficult to contain my passion for alchemy with the goal of my labors looming so close on the horizon. You have accomplished a minor miracle today, my dear assistant. With all obstructions to our research thus adroitly removed, let us move on to the final stage of experiments. Let's see. Not much of an increase. Pretty sizable craftsmanship and control increase. Total of 13 and 5 plus CP. Do we need more control or... Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just replace these clothes when we actually reach level 50 and need everything to be level 50, I guess. Now I don't actually want to glamour over the wrist gloves here. Those are kind of RP, aren't they? Whenever we're doing the XIV quests. I'll get better gloves soon enough. What doesn't match? Oh, I guess the alembic, or whatever this thing is. I looked it up, and alembic is like a bottle or something for chemistry. But I think when we're actually crafting, isn't the alembic the other thing? Like... No, not this thing. It actually determines what you pull out, because sometimes it's one thing or the other. Anything else I can craft? Just trying to prove a point here. No, it's just that again. Is it just random what you pull out? No. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes Komori pulls out like a boiler or something. And I think that's the alembic, the bigger thing that goes on the ground. Well, I have no idea. I guess they're saying this is the alembic, so that's what I should believe. It looks more like a pestle to me, but I guess it could be the bottle. Increase of 6. Again, big increase in craftsmanship and control. Total of 5 and 3, actually not that much. Whereas here it would be a 15 increase of control. We'll go for the gloves here. Where have you been, my tardy assistant? I feared I would have to begin applauding myself. Did you bring the wine to toast this momentous occasion? No? Well, no matter. Let us not waste time with such extraneous celebrations. The ecstatic rush of triumph within my breast has me sufficiently intoxicated, for I have, at long last, unlocked the secrets of the ultimate expression of alchemy. After countless hours of research and experiments too numerous to mention, I finally hold in my hand the exact recipe required to effect my heart's desire. Come, my astute apprentice, Together we shall swing wide the gates of alchemical history. You will aid me by concocting a share of the necessary ingredients. Your task entails the creation of 3 high potions of strengths, and as you have most likely deduced, they should be brews of extraordinary potency. While you are mixing those vials of vigor, I will be occupied with my own preparations. There is much work to be done for the both of us. We're cooking now. Now for these, probably more distilled water. High potions of strengths. Oh. Here? What level is this quest? Level 40. I didn't miss it, so maybe it's actually lower than 40. Okay. Rock salt, yours on leg, gill bun. What was that noise? Some minion? Oh, what color was it? It was blue, right? Is it that squirrel? Is it making that chattering noise? I guess so. And Gilbon. Oh dear. Just one, please. Why so much being sold? Alright, let's not screw this up. If this takes up our guild bond for failing, then that would be a shame. Start with this, and go for this. Hit the precise. Start our combo. Actually, I should have started with muscle memory, but it's not going to matter. And one more. Do we have enough? 42, yes. Which one increases your synthesis stat? Is that craftsmanship or control? It's craftsmanship. Craftsmanship does synthesis, control does quality. Or rather, craftsmanship is progress, and control is quality. Well, do you have those high potions of strength for me? Remember, only the most splendid samples are suitable for a process this demanding and delicate. I shall have to improve the quality of the materials I prepared, if they are to be successfully combined with yours. Merely holding onto the vials, I can feel tendrils of might seeping into my weary frame. You have done well to preserve the power inherent in the limbs of a bog Yarzon. Why, these concoctions would imbue even the scrawniest of men with the strength to rival Rhalgr himself. If all of the ingredients match this level of quality, our success in this endeavor is all but assured. He didn't say all but assured. I guess I just thought that. Did I perhaps fail to mention exactly what this most ambitious of alchemical processes was intended to achieve? Well, rather than inconvenience us both with an extremely lengthy and technical explanation, it may be faster for me to simply exhibit the results. This is, after all, the culmination of years of dedication and sacrifice. It may very well be that my efforts will end in misery, but one must at least make the attempt, or suffer the endless guilt of inaction. The time for talk is at an end. I shall now begin the process. From this moment onwards, I must needs have unbroken concentration and solitude. Your devoted assistance has been most appreciated. Aside from myself, you shall be the first to discover what the ultimate alchemical technique has achieved. Homunculi, homunculi. We'll give him a moment to figure that out while we get changed. And has that been enough time for Severian? He said it was a delicate process. We don't want to rush him. But he's the guildmaster. Surely he's done in a few seconds. This is beyond comprehension. My experiments were conclusive, and yet there remains some fatal flaw in the process. Where does the fault lie? The method? The materials? My interpretation of the results? Must I resort to thaumaturgy after all? Well, you've got a skilled thaumaturge right behind you. No, such energies will raise naught but a mockery of life. Oh, what an utter failure. I must retrace my steps. Start again from the beginning. No matter how many times it takes, I will see my alchemy succeed. You, assistant, bring me 3 mega potions, 1 each of intelligence, mind, and vitality. And they must be of unquestionable quality. I care not for excuses. I need you to... Please, my friend. I need your help. I don't think the homunculi research is going well. Now let's see. Mega potions of intelligence, mind, and vitality. Are they actually? Yes. Of the highest level. Vitality, mind, and intelligence. The list gets long at level 50. Are they actually lower level? The other ones? Well, there's Mega Potion of Intelligence. And we actually have this from doing like Beast Tribe stuff. Not in our inventory though, gotta craft more. Well, knock that one out. Oh, it's gotta be 1700. Can we do that? Let's start with muscle memory to be safe. I don't think I have enough CP to make use of Waste Not 2 quite yet, so still using Waste Not 1. Don't waste the Excellent, use that. Spend a turn increasing our next 4 steps, and then start our combo. Again, don't waste that one. Resume combo. With the remaining steps, should be easy. I think we got lucky with the goods and the excellence and whatnot. I give us a precise touch there. It'll only take 1 more use of that, so the most we have to spend on synthesis, what is it called? Progress. Spend on progress steps is only 2. If we use at the beginning muscle memory. With Mega Potion of Mind, yes. Going to need an arm on wing. Good. The cheapest one available. same combo we did before. Even got the good at around the same time we got the excellent last time. Of course, the excellent is much more helpful, but we should be okay. Even at this point, where we have the quality bar mostly filled out, the chance for high quality is only at less than 50%. You have to kind of get a lot closer to the top if you want a decent chance at high quality. We can spend 2 more on this hasty thing, the purple action here. Only a slight chance at actually getting the extra quality, but with the extra steps it'd be a waste not to use it. Alright, last one. Actually a higher level one, so this one might be harder to craft. Mega Potion of Vitality. Grenade Ash and Pudding Flesh. Alright, on the cheap. It'd be a shame if I had to buy from one of these. Though there's probably easier ways to get Grenade Ash. Probably just by killing grenades. Which are bombs. The enemies, known as bombs. The enemies from Final Fantasy known as bombs that are floating red things. Not literal bombs. Well, I guess they are literal bombs. It doesn't matter. It looks to be around the same, maybe a little bit more quality required. Let's just double check with some math. I think we get 46 from one use of basic synthesis, so yes, that would be enough to bring us up to progress with one more step. We can use our remaining steps on quality. Let's just hope we get lucky with some of the good conditions, or excellent. We're actually getting pretty unlucky. Alright, we got one. It's much better to get those goods very early on in the process, because that lets you get stacks of this thing, Inner Quiet. With each stack you get more quality whenever you use a touch action. So it's better to build that up quickly at the beginning. Since I still have some CP left and there's a chance we might get a good quality, I'm going to go ahead and use the hasty synthesis thing right now. Use it for one more time. And no, we don't get a good quality right now, so we can only use it on the basic one here. And of course now we get the good thing. That's too bad. I guess I could do this. And how does this help us? Does the extra CP actually do anything for us? No. Only a 38% chance of actually getting high quality. Let's roll the dice, I guess. We got it. Sometimes it's luck. The Mega Potions, dear assistant, please. Intelligence, mind, vitality. And do not think to fool me with some batch of mediocre marvels. Yes, yes, these are suitably superb. As ever, your work is swift, precise, and uncommonly brilliant. Black Scorpion to sharpen one's wit. Ahriman Membrane for the mind. Boiled Grenade Ash to fuel vitality. All are necessary components in the alchemical process I attempted earlier. The self-same one that ended so abominably. On that matter, I offer my apologies. I was so unwaveringly confident of success that my failure put me in a frenzy to gather a new batch of reagents post-haste. And to manage such a feat quickly meant I could not do it alone. I was able, however, to prepare another incomparable mega potion of strengths, while you were at work on these potations. Properly combined, these 4 of the primary attributes, strength, vitality, intelligence, and mind, can effect mortal resurrection. And now, my dear assistant, you understand what I hope to achieve with this highest of alchemy. Does this revelation shock you? Did you think the dead beyond our reach? That is certainly the common perception, and even I am forced to acknowledge the seeming insanity of my actions. But I believe in alchemy's unlimited potential. It was the cause of my regret, and it shall be the source of my salvation. I have spent too long on this path to veer from it now. Do you recall the time we spoke of Wanaja? She was the elder sister of Wugleya, the Mikote to whom you delivered those potions of blindness. Wanaja is, my one and only love. She was taken from me during the calamity. But I will see her live again. I will not rest until the day I can tell her the one thing she must know. Oh, that was only level 45. I actually thought we were near the end. Or at the end. I guess the next one is the end. 11 craftsmanship, 4 control. 7 craftsmanship, and nothing really increased there. Guess we'll get the smock. It's been a while since we upgraded the hat. Maybe next time. I see. Well, I guess it's good that we saved the hat. This is actually part of the iconic look for the alchemists at level 50. Maybe I'll collect the other pieces and, I don't know, wear that instead of what I'm wearing right now. I kind of like the look that I have right now, but... Wow, this is a huge increase. Of course, because I'm wearing level 15 boots. I thought I was going to get the hat, but I may end up getting the boots instead. Yeah, it'll probably be the boots. How does this actually look? We're not going to have the whole set here, but... Well, can't really pass judgment until I see the whole set. The monocle, though, probably not my favorite. Is that you, my loyal assistant? I've done it. I've isolated the flaw. My understanding of the process was incomplete. Simply reviving Wanaja's corporeal form was insufficient. In order to call her spirit and bind it to her body, I need an anchor of sorts. Some manner of memento that she would recognize. But I have no such physical memories, no material object that she might have treasured. That is why I would have you visit her sister, Wugleya, and ask if she might spare me a keepsake. Meanwhile, I will start on the A moment of dizziness, nothing more. If I must, I shall work in my sleep. It would not be the first time. But if all goes to plan, such extremes should not be necessary. All of this coming off the tailcoats of the whole Edda fiasco in Tom Tara Deepcroft. She was trying to resurrect her love, too. Through... what kind? Was it like thaumaturgy, or some kind of dark magic? Not black magic, but still. Something related to void scent, maybe? Not exactly sure. And here we are doing the same with alchemy. Wonder what Komori thinks about that. What goes on in the inner workings of her mind? Sometimes even I don't know. Severian needs something of Winaja's. Something she treasured. He yet persists in this madness of his. I do not, as Severian believes, seek to forget my dear sister. There are still nights when I lie awake, wishing I had the power to change the past. Winaja and I were once insatiable wanderers, you see. We traveled the world, practicing the arts of conjury. It was in Ul'dah, however, where we found a home, and where Winaja found Severian. Though the son of a wealthy noble house, he spoke constantly of mastering the secrets of alchemy. My sister thought his childlike passion endearing, and was smitten by her and he was smitten by her gentle attentions. I wished them naught but happiness. Yet as was true for many an Eorzean, the night of the calamity brought a brutal end to their joy. I had volunteered to join the Allied forces, and, perhaps, feeling a twinge of our old wanderlust, Winaja chose to join me. It became her last adventure. I have nothing left to remember her by. And even if I did, I would not give it to you. But to forestall Severian's inevitable insistence, I will at least provide you with a direction for your futile quest. You might try speaking with the adventurers in the quicksand, or merchants at the Ruby Road Exchange. My sister had a fair share of admirers. Perhaps one of them will hold the key to your success. If you would know more of Winaja, try speaking with the adventurers of the quicksand, or the merchants of the Ruby Road Exchange. Though personally, I care not what your deluded guildmaster has planned. I am done with his interminable waiting. I will have my sister return to me for a proper interment. I think Komori probably thinks he can do it. Why not? Why can't alchemy raise the dead? She's seen a lot of things that almost raise the dead, like with Edda and whatnot. And I'm sure I've seen a lot more zombies and skeletons in the main quest than I can count, but why wouldn't this be able to work? Thinks Komori. Did I know Winaja? It's been some time since I last heard that name. Winaja and Woblea, the famous Conjurer sisters. I thought myself quite the fortunate fellow indeed to have run across them in my travels. I heard that the Elder did not survive the calamity. I should have liked to see her wield that wand of hers one more time. Such grace, such beauty. No quest-specific dialogue, that guy. Always have to double-check. Winaja? Oh my, yes, I knew her. I always envied her effortless talent. Envied her effortless talent. That's actually proper English. If I had tried to actually use the wand of which she was so fond, I would likely have fainted from the exertion. She did let me hold it once, though. The exact name of the weapon escapes me, but I could tell it was enhanced with quick-tongue materia. It was a grade 3 stone, if that matters. Oh, we're going to have to craft it. I understand now. I don't understand why, though. It wouldn't be the keepsake that she herself had. Well, it's not like Komori knows the inner workings of alchemy or what Severian's trying to accomplish. I guess a replica of it maybe suffices in her mind. Who? Ah, the elder of the Conjurer sisters. Spoke with her once or twice, I did. I was interested in the wand she carried. Budding rosewood, if I recall. And not the standard model, neither. Seems she had it specially made. She cut a stunning figure in that robe of hers, too. I meant to ask her about it the next time we met, but I never got that chance. Such a shame. Well, there you go. It's Komori's own impetus to craft it herself. No talking to someone and saying, "Oh, you should craft this." No, it's Komori's idea to replace the relic of a dead person with some fabrication. That seems in character for her. But can we do it? We barely crafted that last item with high quality. Maybe with a bit of luck. We are going to need... turn on auto run. Budding Rosewood Wand. Good thing we have 1 Mega Potion of Mine left over. We can probably craft the Growth Formula Gamma. Need a Rosewood Branch and Spoken Blood, which I don't think I can craft. Nope. But we can probably make this Growth Formula. Just need Quicksilver, which we craft by Cinnabar, which we get from the store. We're in it now. We're in the big crafting trees now. What did we need again? Spoken Blood, Rosewood Branch. Cheapest one, please. And Rosewood. We could just buy it, but we're not going to do that. We're crafting. Pretty cheap. And we need Quick Tongue Material 3. Just the one. Actually, maybe then, rather than going back to the store, we can just get Cinnabar here. Nah. We're going back to the Alchemist Guild anyway after this. Might as well buy it at the guild store one last time. Alright, start with the Cinnabar. What was it again? Quicksilver. I need... what? I need 2? Damn. Oops. I hope I didn't miscalculate the amount I need on those other things I bought. Where is that Quicksilver anyway? I don't know what level it was. It was level 1, huh. Make it good. And craft. Hope I have enough Quicksilver for the other thing. Right, just need 1. Make it good. Ah, a bit more. And craft. Didn't actually need that last buff. And finally... should be... oh, right. Not the branch, the actual wand. Should be getting a boost from these, pretty good. Just need to make up the extra about 1,000 quality, in addition to the actual synthesis progress. Here's hoping. I guess I can retry this one more time if I fail, or recreate the growth formula pretty easily. Start with muscle memory. Turn on waste not. Turn on our buff. Begin crafting. We haven't gotten lucky yet with the good quality. And here we go. Yeah, we made it. No need to worry. Now is Komori going to tell Severian that this wand isn't actually her wand, but a cheap replica? Well, high quality replica. Quick tongue. Wait. I see. I was wondering if quick tongue would actually be useful for a mage. It does increase spell speed, so yes. Have you acquired a suitable memento to act as Winaja's anchor? I'm sure her sister, Oblea, would know if any such object existed. Well, it's not hers. This is Winaja's rosewood wand. I would recognize it anywhere. You say you crafted this weapon? My wonderful assistant, you are truly full of surprises. Though my love may never have held this particular wand, it is similar enough to the original to serve our purpose. Yes. I could spend the remainder of the day explaining to you the underlying principle of ethereal anchors, but let us carry on with the alchemy, shall we? Now we have all the necessary materials. I will once again begin the painstaking process. Stay with me this time, my patient assistant. You deserve to see the fruits of our labor firsthand. Oh dear. In the middle of the guild room, huh? The components are in place. We should see a result within moments. It will not be the result you desire. Oblea, return to me my sister's remains. You have had your chance, Severian. The process was a success. Everything went perfectly. Even now when Naja struggles free from death's covetous grasp. Why do you persist in deluding yourself? The gift of life is not within alchemy's power to give. That miracle belongs only to the gods. I will not forsake Winaja's memory as you have. The limitless potential of alchemy is beyond your understanding. Ugh, you foolish, stubborn man. Stop. Stop fighting. The both of you. Winaja, is it truly you? Severian, you look awful. Have you been up all night again? Some new subject of research? Winaja, I was working on something important. Terribly important. But I'm done with that now. I must tell you how sorry I am. When I think back on the days we spent together, I remember naught but your quiet smile as you listened to me blather on and on about my work. It was ever the same scene, repeated over and over. There was so much I could have done for you. So many ways I could have made you happy. Please, forgive me. But my dear Severian, that passion is what I love most about you. She's gone. No, she will never be gone. Not while I am here to remember her. Do you mind if Woblea has the wand? Though a poor substitute for her sister's body, it has been touched by Winasha's spirit. As for myself, my regrets have been laid to rest. I may even sleep in a bed this night. Damn, what a total 180. It would have been easy for that to just not have worked. I can't believe they went the route of alchemy actually bringing a person back to life, however brief, in the truest of senses. Of course, it wasn't fully back to life, but still. I think this left an impact on Komori. This probably scars a person, like in the opposite sense. Kind of becomes a foundational memory or something. Makes them kind of crazy, probably, for all future events. Well, we'll deal with that when we deal with that. Komori now believes people can be brought back to life. It is strange. Though it has been scant moments since I stood at the very peak of my discipline, I am filled with an inexplicable ambition. I stand free to devote myself to new alchemical pursuits. I might even consider shouldering a portion of the guild's commissions. Without your help, I don't know that I would have survived my obsession. You were, without a doubt, the finest assistant any alchemist could have. I thank you. Now that you have conquered this mountain with me, what will be your next endeavor? The realm of alchemy has no boundaries. The possibilities are endless. And I was kind of set to take the boots, but it feels like the monocle is more symbolic, isn't it? Kind of using it to pierce the veil of ether, look beyond life, and bring back from the ethereal sea life that was taken from you. Something like that. I can get the other parts through other means, even if the boots give me more stats. This concludes the Alchemist quests for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. You have to do the Before the Dawn quest at the end of 2.5 to take on the rest. We're actually pretty high level as an alchemist now. Are we actually able to get the rest of the alchemist's gear from the market board? I know that the rest of them are kind of do a weird interplay with the rest of the crafting classes. Some of them are crafted by weavers, some of them are crafted by leather makers and such, to give reason for each of those crafting classes to exist. By which I mean, for them to sell things on the market board and make bank. What was it called? Alchemist's Monocle. So it would be under Alchemists. Let's add in the apostrophe S to narrow down the search a bit more, just in case. How much was this selling for? Pretty pricey. I guess I avoided that. Maybe I should have gone for the boots after all, though, because they're super expensive. But then again, a lot of the other ones are. Damn. I should have gone for the boots after all. Maybe tomorrow someone else will be selling something more cheap. I'm really just in it for the glamour because I can get better stats through other means, but yeah, we'll get this. Why not? Not the coat, though. We'll wait for another day, in case it's being sold for cheaper. Let's see, what does it look like? They say trousers, but I guess on the female model it becomes a skirt. Huh, actually, kinda good. Like from... Oh right, of course, it would obviously be the same thing Severian is wearing, obviously. Other than the skirt. With the hat doesn't really fit anymore. Maybe I'd have to rethink what Komori wears on the head if I were to wield this as my main alchemist garb, but I'll just think about putting it in a glamour chest and redoing my glamour later. For now, all of the remaining glamour stuff I'll do with Komori, I guess I'll do in this outfit. Of course, the only remaining crafting stuff I'm going to do is going to be with the Ixal. Finish what we started in the same outfit. We can at least equip better gear, though. And now we have a level 50 item here, which I think means we can finish that quest over in Revenant's Toll. Nothing else done here, right? Or nothing else needing doing? There was this one merchant in this area that gave you a crafting feature for some reason. They're littering the landscape, these blue quests like this one, that give you extra features for crafting. There's no good way of telling where they are other than looking them up online. Ah, magnificent. It is everything I expected, though not more. Forgive my blunt ways. No doubt you are fond of your chosen instrument. But surely there are tools better suited to you. Tools that require the delicate touch of an adept of your stature. As it happens, such tools are available to you. You need go no further than Talon here. He can be a mite testy. But he's one of the finest toolsmiths the realm over, and his selection is impressive. Now, we won't simply hand them over. You might need to furnish the man with a bauble or three in exchange. But for an adventurer of your skill, such errands should pose little challenge. And if you would walk the lonely road to mastery, why not petition Talon for one of his tomes too? He calls them me cookbooks, for they hold some of the most complex recipes you'll ever see. But you have skill enough for them, I'm sure. Ah, ever is a crafter ruled by a triumvirate tool. Tool, skill, and curiosity. May you prosper in all three. Give me the cheesecake. You may now trade with Talon after obtaining specific items. You can exchange them for Gatherer's and Crafter's tool. Not sure how useful this is at any point. It was probably only useful back in 2.0 or something. But he has a lot that he's selling. Maybe some of these are useful. Or at least good for glamour. Let's see. Show me the artisan tools. Guiding Star thinks you're good enough? Nope, he's right. We're all going to be sorry. Well, it's not going to be much to look at. Probably something more interesting to look at might be something like this weaver thing. It's at least got a design on it. Just a butterfly. What about super tools? Again, it's probably not going to be anything to write home about. Maybe it glows? Nope, doesn't glow. I mean, it looks fancy, but it's not very visible with how small it is. And Lucis tools. Do those glow? Oh, wow, it goes on your back. I guess that solves the problem of it not being visible with how small it is. And it shrinks down when you actually put it on. Kind of funny that they make it bigger just so that you can admire its glamour. What about gear? Just some weird artisan thing. Nothing to write home about. There should be some way to unlock specialist actions somewhere, but that might not be until Heavensward. So I guess we're done with all of that for now. Happily it took up the hour quite nicely. Well, I guess with that done, Komori now has the means to raise an army of undead or something, if she puts a little bit more research into alchemy, I guess. Or something like it. Maybe she'll take up necromancy. I guess that's kind of what a thaumaturge deals with. Something like that. She'll have a gang padded out soon enough, and the Crystal Braves won't be able to stand a chance against us. Komori's going to have to think of a name for her gang. While she ponders that, it would be a good time to take a break.